Well, as we saw in Phil Asker's piece, not a pretty day on the local market. For his take, I spoke to Padley from Patersons Securities. Well, Padley, the banks have again been the weak link, haven't they?
They have, Ticky. They were particularly weak yesterday, which caused a lot of press this morning about how international funds had picked them out for a shorting program and all this sort of stuff. But really all that happened was that they were sold off quite a lot yesterday. And, you know, we're looking for reasons in hindsight, things like the property market's peaked a little bit, consumers not willing to borrow. But the reality is that I think it's probably the Aussie dollar more than anything and all the international influences. And when the Aussie dollar falls, a lot of international investors who have made a lot of money in our market in US dollar terms in the last year start to take profits, and the stocks they're generally in are the big stocks. BHP and Rio got belted in the last few days as well, and the banks particularly yesterday.
There was some selected buying today, taking the market off its low. Where did that come from?
Well, if you look at the stocks that actually went up, it was mostly defensive stocks, you know, it's things like Woolworths and Telstra, utilities. But there is one feature today, which was the stocks that have been sold off most heavily have basically held their ground, and most notable in that list, particularly today, with the Aussie dollar down from $1.10 to now $1.05, has been all the stocks that have big international businesses, things like the steel stocks, Ansell, Coca-Cola, CSL, Oil Search, Boral, ResMed. They're all sort of holding their ground now, possibly not because everyone's buying them, but because they've been already flogged.
Now, I see Lendlease has sold a US shopping mall, booking a handy profit of $100 million.
Yes, reasonably good for the stock, purely because they're selling out of something in the US, $545 million asset in the US, make $100 million profit, and they use the money to pay down